Hi, everybody. How are you today? I thought I would follow up on our Mary Day yesterday, Mary. Although it might have been an Merry day for you too, I'm not sure. But I thought I'd follow up on that. I'm going to share a reading from this book. I'm doing this book with Bible study at our church during Advent, and I don't know if you can see it. It is A Weary World, Reflections for a Blue Christmas by Kathy Escobar. It's a 2020 publication. She's a pastor in Colorado and lost her early adult-aged son to suicide just a couple of years ago, it seems. Excuse me. I've never been big on thinking about really celebrating a blue Christmas as a season, but this year it struck me that all of us are feeling not our most rejoicing selves because of a lot of things. And so I've launched into this, and this is a great book. Whether you're feeling down or not, it prompts you to think. So I'm continuing our, yesterday, of course, I sang the Angel Gabriel song about Mary, and we talked about her. And Kathy has written something here where she begins with the Lennon and McCartney lyric. In times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. So I'm going to share part of that reading. It's a short reading anyway. But it says, this past Christmas Eve, as I was preparing for her worship service, I was overwhelmed with the reality of our first Christmas without our son. How could this be real? How could we now be a family of 6 and not 7? How could I have given birth to that kid, nursed him, raised him, launched him into the world, and now he was gone? Shock waves reverberate through my body every time I realize yet again the magnitude of our loss. I couldn't get Mary out of my mind, she says. Now this is the part I really want to lift up. No matter what you believe about the nativity story, Mary, the mother of Jesus, is the symbol of a mother throughout the world. An icon, a saint, a young girl whose entire life was turned upside down in an instant. An unlikely woman tasked with giving birth to Jesus in a mucky, dirty stable in Palestine. A grown mother who watched her son suffer and die before her very eyes 3 decades later. Mother Mary knew trouble. I have no doubt she also knew feelings of shame, fear, doubt, confusion, and pain. She had to move forward despite so many obstacles and countless unknowns. Yet she would do anything for the child who grew inside of her. She would find a way to walk the path set before her, even when she had no idea where exactly it was going to lead. Mothers are amazing like that. I also love that there's a lot more to mother in this world than human beings, and that all of us, across gender, and I would also say, and those women who do not have children to mother, whether birthed by them or adopted by them, but that all of us can mother and be mothered. All of us can mother grief, beauty, dreams, pain, justice, mercy, hope, and wisdom into this troubled world. And we can be mothered by God in all God's wisdom, presence, strength, hope, and mercy, by the people in our lives, by music and nature and art, by Mother Mary standing right in front of us, speaking words of wisdom like, "Let it be." Do you need to hear that today? Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I don't know what your soul feels specifically today, But my guess is that most of us could use a little more mothering. We need comfort, love, wisdom, hope. If those words are for you too, I hope you will hear their whisper. Let it be. And then she asks the question of us, what do you need to let it be today? I don't have answers today. This is a prayerful pause for us to focus on something greater than ourselves for a few moments. Some of us have mothers who were saints in our eyes, others not so much. Some of us never knew our mothers. Some of us grew up with more than one mother. Some of us have both birth mothers and adoptive mothers. Some of us are each of those things, regardless of our gender, regardless of our birthing history. But it's a powerful thing, isn't it? Some of us need to learn how to mother ourselves, and God can help. Do you think of God as mother? I think sometimes we in churches work so hard to balance out God the Father that we go gender neutral, but I'm not sure we go to God the Mother. My readings and forays into neo-paganism and goddess worship have really helped me with that. I encourage some of you to check that out if you've not done that before. It's all the same. God is God, however we define him or her. So with that, I will leave you today to think not only about mothering and being mothered, but about what it is that we need to let go of and just let it be. That's a hard one for me. Everybody says it's because I'm an 8 on the Enneagram. And so I have these big pictures and ways to save the world and ideas and visions. And I think that's part of it. Another part of it is that I don't want to be a slacker. At the end of my life, I don't want God to say, oh, if only you'd done a little more over here. Which is silly, I know, right? But I go through that. My guess is that you do. You have your own version of that. And one of my dear friends wrote me last night when I was struggling with some of this. And she said, you have had so many losses, including the surgery, so many losses, and so much grieving this last year. I think it's time you just let it go. And be kind to yourself. It was a let it be message. So when I read this other one this morning, I thought, oh, I need to preach to myself and invite you in to listen. So I hope that it touches you the same way it has touched me. Thank you for joining me in this prayerful pause with the pastor. I'm Pastor Deb Swift, South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. I'll see you next time. Work on letting it be, mothering and being mothered. All right. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.